All right, morning everybody. Figured this time I would show the front end of the car to show everyone the few little details on it that make it different from all the other Suzuki Forenzas, Chevrolet Lassettis, Daewoo Lassettis, and Chevrolet Optras that pretty much are around the world and that run around Marysville, Washington. Plus it looks fairly different from most of the compact cars as well. So the things that you'll notice are the blacked out headlights, blacked out Suzuki symbol, and the front lip. Now the headlights were lots of fun. I've gone through a few different designs with the LED halos, and if you want to look at that, you can go to my Car Domain page. And then I also decided to black out the interior of it to show off the shroud, since I think the engineers spent some time designing those. Now, in order, of course, to get in there, you have to cook the headlights to get the adhesive to become pliable enough to unstick. So, kind of interesting having both my headlamp assemblies in the oven for a few minutes without setting fire to anything or destroying any wiring or melting anything. But came through quite well, and well, they're back on the car. Another thing you may notice are the LED turn signal lamps. Those come from Japan via Amazon. They look pretty good, and they are very efficient. You have to put a resistor for each bulb, and I have them on all four corners. They are so efficient that they still blink fairly rapid compared to stock. So I may have to, one of these days, upgrade the resistor to take care of that. Unfortunately, I got to watch heat. All right, now we'll talk about the lip. Now, if you go to eBay or Amazon, you'll notice there's a few web stores on there that want to sell you these things for about $25 to $30. Well, the thing is, you can just go to Home Depot, Lowe's, or any other major hardware store and pick one up for roughly $12 for, well, fairly long length of garage door bottom gasket. So these, the good ones, usually come from Frost King, and you buy that, and then you shell out another $14 to $16 for 3M heavy duty tape, the 25-pound version. I've had the car over 90 miles an hour, actually beyond that, and haven't had to re-tape once, re-stick it at all. Now, I made sure I went through a process after I did put it on there to keep it a little more, well, keep its shape and its coloring. So what I did is got a good orange cleaner, wiped it down, then wiped it down with alcohol, and then treated it with Wipe New. The stuff does seem to work. Kind of like applying super glue to stuff, and you definitely can't get it onto paint. Not unless you want to have lots of time cleaning that off, and hopefully it doesn't mess up your paint. But if you're careful, the plastic and rubber that you do treat, not tires, comes out looking pretty good. So the lip and then the air ducts have been treated, and they've gone through roughly, I guess I'm at about 5 car washes now, and haven't had to retreat it. Also, headlamps. For headlights that get foggy, all you have to do is get a 3M rubbing compound, rub that out, and then apply Wipe New, and that'll replace your clear coat on your lenses, either headlights or taillights. All right, now I'll show you why the design, or placement I should say, of my rings is a little bit different from what the actual headlight is. And that's because I wanted it to look different. People that actually want to follow with the headlamps, for the low beam, it is 120 millimeter, and for the high beam, I believe that you can use 100 millimeter. Both mine are 90. They come from a company called Superior. You'll usually see them in a few higher-ended aftermarket websites, or just go to eBay and search for LED Halo or Angel Eyes, and you'll usually find 1 or 2 web stores there that'll sell them at a fairly good price. I think, if I remember right, I got mine for about $30 each set. Now mine are not tied into the daylight. I made sure I disconnected that, and I just tied the rings into the turn signal. So that way, if I want to, I can completely turn them off. I have to run around with my tail lamps on, but they're LED also, so it really doesn't matter. So I have been kind of talking about the tail lights. I guess I'll show those off as well. Now these are a different Japanese company through Amazon, and both the brake lights are actually white, because I found out that if you get reds, combining red on red, the brake lights aren't really as bright as I'd want them. So for safety reasons, I made sure that they're white. And of course, reverse lights are also bright white and quite a bit brighter than the stock bulbs. And I guess the turn signals are as well. Now those LEDs are still not as bright as my halo rings. In fact, I really can't show you very close up because they're so bright that this camera can't see them. So here's a good shot of the turn signal bulb. And there you go. As you can see, sometimes there's enough glare from them that it picks it up wrong. From a distance, they don't usually even notice where the headlights actually are, unless someone's really paying attention to detail. Now, I got the idea for both the halos and the shrouds when GM showed off the prototype version of the Chevrolet Sonic. Figured they could do it, I could easily do it to mine. And of course there's one or two Lassettis and Opteras that, well, mainly are in the Philippines, because this is a world car. All you have to do to figure that out is watch some of the older episodes of Top Gear, because this body style actually used to run seasons 8 through 16. So yes, it was on there for a while, and they, as far as I can tell on message boards, they didn't really even have to do much, just clutch. If anyone noticed, mine's an automatic. Kind of wish I did have a manual, but wasn't in the cards, not yet at least. But I'm looking for the Sonic 6-speed manual now, you know, to price it out. I wrecked one, and one of these days I'll put it in there. So that's the rest of the car. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully it'll give you some ideas what to do with your own vehicle. All right. Well, until next time.